Brussels wants to inundate us with third world immigrants, mostly from Islamic countries.
The Netherlands. So the Netherlands just elected Geert Wilders. He got 35 seats in the parliament, which means he will create the next government. So he will be the next prime minister. This guy's been, you've probably seen videos of him for the last probably 2 decades. He has been one of the most anti-immigrant, anti-radical Islam politicians in all of Europe, but certainly in Holland. And he is now going to be the next prime minister of the Netherlands. Take a look.
With his aggressive anti-immigration and anti-Islam rhetoric, Geert Wilders is set to shake up Dutch politics. The veteran firebrand placed anti-Islam policies at the core of his party, PVV, founded in 2004. Wilders has since vowed to stop a, quote, Islamic invasion, has held competitions for cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad, and has been convicted for insulting Moroccans.
Brussels wants to inundate us with third world immigrants, mostly from Islamic countries. It wants to distribute these immigrants all over the European Union. And that, my friends, will be a disaster.
A ban on mosques, Islamic schools, Korans and headscarves from government buildings are among the proposals on his PVV manifesto. But he sought to tone down his anti-Islamic rhetoric in the run-up to the election. Immigration was a key theme of the campaign after the previous government collapsed in a disagreement over asylum rules, with Wilders taking a hardline stance. The PVV has pledged to deport illegal immigrants and proposes a freeze on asylum.
And the hope
is that people get their country back, that we make sure that the Netherlands is for the Dutch again, that we will limit the asylum tsunami and migration.
A self-proclaimed fan of Hungary's Viktor Orbán, Wilders is a staunch Eurosceptic and wants to hold a binding referendum to leave the EU. He has called for the Netherlands to significantly reduce its payments to Brussels and to block the entrance of any new members. Unlike many other European leaders, Wilders wants to stop arming Ukraine, saying the Netherlands needs the weapons to defend itself.
You know, it's funny, before I get to any of the substantive stuff, doesn't he look like if Matt Gaetz and Donald Trump had a baby? It would be that guy, like the hair, the body, the whole thing. Anyway, look, do you think he just became prime minister because he's racist, because ultimately the people of the Netherlands are racist? Or is it because they have also been overrun and they are dealing with the same stuff that you're seeing out of London and New York City and Paris and elsewhere, and they want borders, and that the European Union has been an abject failure, and that they have had enough with people coming into their country who don't care about their country or would gladly upend their country, and they would like their country back? How crazy would that be if the Netherlands was for the Dutch? By the way, the Netherlands, the Dutch, same people, all the same. Holland, the Netherlands, the Dutch. I know it's confusing for people, all the same people. It's as simple as that, guys. It really is as simple as that. And of course, he will be called far right, and Tommy Robinson will be called far right, and Douglas Murray will be called far right, and Conor McGregor will be called far right, and I'll be called far right, and you'll be called far right. And if we are all far right, then I suspect that the center is now the right. And that is the thing that probably will save the West. And if it doesn't work, then do you know what will happen on the other side as our societies really start to crumble, as sectarian violence really starts to break out in all of the West and everything else? Then some really bad people will become the leaders of these countries. And then some really bad things will happen. And you know what will happen then? Good people, ordinary men, will start doing some really bad things.